This dog, this T-Wolves game, it pissed me off because I'm like, dude, I know that it's their first game playing together, but I don't actually know what is going to change from now until, like, I don't know, halfway through the season that is gonna make this better. Apart from Julius Randle either committing to playing more off ball or just being benched for Naz Reid. There were plays in this game and Ant was doing majority of the ball handling, especially in the second half. He played 41 minutes. Like, he was doing a lot of the ball handling, especially in the second half, and there were plays where the Lakers were just zoning up on him and he just had absolutely nowhere to go. He was just driving into 3 defenders. There was a specific play that I'm thinking of where Julius Randle was in the left corner and Ant was on the left wing and they were zoning up on him. And he beat 2 people and still met, I believe it was LeBron at the rim. Like, you're gonna see the types of shots that he's like actually getting. Like, he's having to work so hard against defenses like this just to get a shot off, just because of the negative spacing that Julius Randle provides at the 3-point line. Like, see, Anthony Davis is just shading off of Julius Randle standing in the corner. So, like, my issue would be, like, is Julius Randle would he even be a positive for this team if he played a better off-ball game? I don't know, because, like, there's no urgency to close out to a Julius Randle 3. What does Randle even do? He creates his own shots and he rebounds.
Minnesota shooting it at 50% from the field. Edwards.
The shot is being contested because Jackson Hayes is not concerned about Julius Randle at the 3-point line. I understand the salary purposes of why they did it, but dog, why Julius Randle? Like, look at, even when Julius Randle is playing off ball, he doesn't even do anything. He's behaving like 2K AI right now, where it's like they see you driving towards them and then they literally just don't move. Yeah, so this is the play I was talking about earlier, where they're literally zoning up on Anthony Edwards and they don't, like, this probably would or should have been a skip pass to Donte, but D'Lo is like ready to rotate back, so maybe not. Anthony Davis is out top, isolated.
Edwards.
Ant beats AD with the cross, and the LeBron just rotates off of Julius Randle. And then he beats LeBron and is met by Austin Reeves. He had to beat 3 different people on one drive.
When it happens, you know it's gonna be on film.
And that's just a tough shot, but oh my God, bro. They can just do this because Julius Randle is standing at the logo. So they can just double team him. I literally said during Lowe's stream, I was like, dude, this is gonna be less than a month before Ant is like publicly crashing out on Julius Randle in the middle of a game. Because it's like, dude, what else am I supposed to do? They come down the floor, Ant is isoing on Rui, and Julius Randle instantly goes to the block. He's driving and there's 4 people in front of him. Well, not in front of him, but there's 3 people in front of him and Rui on his hip.
Steps through.
Ant's decision making probably needs to be better in some of these situations, but like, it's not fixing everything. This is exactly what I was worried. This is one that I commented on in real time. The way that they're set up, Austin Reeves can just zone up here. And so even if Ant beats AD, he's running into Austin Reeves and it's still a double team shot anyway. Like, dog, like, see, like, this is the exact thing that I was talking about. Do you know how pissed I would be if I were Anthony Edwards just in that game? Like, it's more so something that you're gonna see with a lot of the bigger teams in the league, mainly with like really switchable like wing defenders and bigs like Anthony Davis, like Bam Adebayo. Most of the possessions that, at least that I remember from that game in the second half, really just devolved into Anthony Edwards ISO and trying to collapse the zone and being unsuccessful because they can just rotate to him because they don't care about 2 of the players on the floor. Like, it's one thing if you have Cat out there or Naz Reid out there and they have to pay attention. Cat more so because he's the 40% 3-point shooter, arguably the best shooting big that we've ever seen, and you have that out there to kind of counterbalance the negative floor spacing that Rudy Gobert is going to provide for you, or not provide for you, I guess. But when you have 2 of them out there now, man, are Randle and Gobert the most offensively lacked duo? Like, see, that's the thing. that I was thinking about while like talking about that is because we ran 2 non-spacers for how many years, but we were able to get away with that because of Draymond Green's playmaking and his screen setting and, you know, all that, and his just ability to find people in transition, and also in really just in half court as well. But also just having Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson is also the reason why you're able to get away with that, because their floor spacing and their level of floor spacing counterbalances the non-spacing that Kevon Looney and Draymond Green provide. It's way different having Anthony Edwards and Donte Divincenzo. While they are both good shooters, and obviously Donte is one of the best shooters in the league right now, that's not nearly enough to counterbalance Julius Randle and Rudy Gobert. The Knicks trying to win with the power of friendship is something I respect, even though it could have gone better their first game. See, I feel like people are gonna clown the Knicks for their first game. Like, they play a great game. It's just that the Celtics didn't miss for 3 quarters. In the first half, the Knicks scored 55 points and shot 58%. Like, they played a great game. Deuce McBride looked fantastic this game, by the way. Yeah, and they weren't shooting well from 3. Cat only took 2. Mikal took 4. Whoa, Mikal Bridges, bro. I saw some people saying that like he switched his shot mid-game, and I don't really think that happened. I think that he was just taking more like fades from the mid-range, and so it wasn't really as noticeable. I talked about that in a video about OKC the other day, where I was saying like Shea's hitch last season wasn't as noticeable because he took a lot of mid-range shots. But when he's taking just spot up threes like this, especially from that angle, it's just like, dog, what did you do? Oh my God. Dude, like, he looks like Bill Cartwright. Just, bro, I need to, because I know I'm not crazy. Dude.
Giannis, he gets a screen, and that usually leaves him wide open.
Like, he had a little bit of a hitch, but it was like, I could see him shoot, and I wouldn't, like, flip out over how crazy it looked, because it just looked like a little bit of a slower shot. Yeah, with the wingspan that big. See, like this, dude, like
his boyhood team. That's a 3, and it's off right there, missing Mikal Bridges.
None of these shots are even close.
Out of that break, Bridges will launch a long shot.
Like, why is he? See, this is the part that's throwing it off. He added like a Lonzo Ball twist to it, where he's bringing it to his like left side, and then he's shooting right. See, like he's bringing it up and he's setting it like over the left side of his body.
It's 2019. Bridges or Glenn Rice.
See, like that looks somewhat normal because, like I said, it's a midi, so I mean.
All-time record for a game, 29 made by Milwaukee in 2020. Bridges.
Like, I don't understand what the point was, because his release point was already high. So like his wingspan is already big, so his release point was already high. Dude, he's like, what is he from 3? He made 2 threes this game. He's 2 for 7 from 3, so that means he's 4 for 26 from 3 this season, including preseason, because he was 2 for 19 in preseason. Like I said, the Celtics were just on historic timing, so I mean, there's nothing that they could really do. Like, they shot 55% and they still lost by 23. So I mean, like, there's nothing else that they really could have done. Like, when a team just shoots 29 for 61, really, it's only 61 because they missed their last 13 shots trying to go for the record. When a team hits 29 threes, and it's just the quality of threes that they were actually taking and making on like so consistently. If Jason Tatum is 8 for 11 from 3, like, you can't do anything. Knicks defense was trash. Somewhat, yeah. They started out in the first quarter. The Knicks started out playing drop coverage against the Boston Celtics. They're playing drop. Cat doesn't even really need to be dropping this far, because Al Horford is not going to beat you off the dribble, buddy. That was crazy. Yeah, they're in zone, but dog, bro, Josh Hart needs to be the one to rotate there. I mean, some of them were like fairly decent contests though. He just gotta be faster than that. Like, it's the fact that he got going from 3. Like, if he's hitting that, and if he's hitting that, there's not much that you can really do at that point. Do any other teams in the East even stand a chance against a team that can generate this many open shots? I don't know, because like we saw in the second half, they started doubling Tatum, and Tatum was making fantastic reads out of that double, and it was still leading to open shots. And so it's like, can you even double him anymore? And if you can't, then like there actually might not be an answer, especially if Porzingis is back. They didn't even have Porzingis in this game. There was one, I think it was this, where Jason Tatum threw a crazy one-hand pass across the court. If he's making passes like Jason Tatum was a decent playmaker before the season, if he's making passes like that, dude.
11 rebounds, a 4-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA. Tatum, right there.
Their volume will always be consistent. Maybe not to this extent, but in the playoffs it'll maintain. Like that's a contested. Like you do a good job of shutting off Tatum coming off of this handoff, forcing the ball out of his hands. Derek White catches it. You can get a decent contest on the shot, and it just doesn't matter.
As many as 26. Horford, Holiday 3.
Like, dog, if Drew Holiday is hitting 5 threes on you, they double him. This is the play I was talking about. This is a good cut by Derek White, though, because he knows exactly where he like needs to throw this. Because if he just tries to throw this here, OG is probably gonna either pick this off or he's gonna be able to recover in time. And so he fills open space in the middle, in the nail, and you're back in rotation. Jalen Brunson is rotating across the court from corner to corner, trying to get a shot contest off.
Boston last year won 4 of the 5 against the Knicks. Wow.
Cat, I feel like people also were like freaking out about him. I mean, he took 9 shots. That's not really going to be happening that often. He's going to be taking more shots than that. Also, Jalen Brunson had a solid game. Like I said, the Celtics were just on historic timing.